Is May 3rd, 2016. I'm here at the Aptos Village Project with Luis, who is a resident and witnessed the removal of the tank from the Aptos Village Project. Luis is going to describe for me what he saw the day, we believe it was March 1st, 2016. He prefers not to be on video, so he will be the one talking. Okay, go ahead, Luis. What did you see that day?
Alright, so basically I heard them doing construction. As I looked outside from my balcony, I saw a backhoe digging in this area that you see right here, right next to the telephone pole, and which at one point they hit what sounded like metal. They had called over a supervisor, and the supervisor had told the backhoe operator to remove whatever was in there. When they pulled it out, it happened to be what looked like some kind of tank of some sort that was rusted out. They then moved it to the area where the fence is knocked down, placed it there, had a flatbed come in later on, placed it on the flatbed, and then had it hauled out to where, I'm not really sure where, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And did you detect any odd odors or anything like that?
No odd odors or anything like that. I just noticed that the tank was pretty rusted out. I mean, from the looks of it, I'm not really sure what kind of tank it was, but it did look pretty damaged on itself.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate your meeting here.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you. I'm just going to pan the area so that it is visible on film what it looks like. These are the piles. One pile of the soil that was most recently excavated from the trench where the liquid was contained and is undergoing sampling. Behind the orange netting is the site for the most recent sampling. This is the largest pile of soil that was excavated and is being sampled. And off over by the orange cone is the site that the construction company claims is the site of the buried tank. But many of the people who were here today, including Luis, myself, my daughter Bria, and other residents say no, that's not where the tank was. Indeed, the tank was over here. So we would like a more thorough investigation of this site and complete soil remediation.
Pulled this dirt from in there,
Yeah.
where it is, and this dirt was all the dirt that was over there, and then it was just tilled, like mixed with whatever other soil that was. I know that some of it's from in there, but not too much of it. But this right there is from that hole. But none of the dirt that is here is from that location right there.
That's
so
interesting.
yeah, this is like other dirt. It's not anywhere from where the tank was. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they mixed the soil that is in this pile, they mixed with soil that was off over at the other side of the construction.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's even some still dirt over there covered.
That's correct. You can see if I can.
There, yeah, so that was all tilled and mixed together, you know.
Notice that pile went down remarkably.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what I'm getting here, but I'll have to go around and get another shot.
That's tilled dirt. That's dirt that's from there, and then they've mixed it with this dirt, so you know, then they covered it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been required that they do cover it because the diesel is very volatile, and
yeah, but none of that dirt is from that hole, from where they actually pulled the tank out. So.
Yeah. Okay. And again, this is the site, and this makes sense because the day that I came, we stood here, and you could see the hole, and you could see, I saw liquid bubbling out of the hole, and at that time I did not detect an odor, but the workers were frantically channeling the liquid into the trench that was over there, and I did see the hole here, and I saw liquid coming out of the ground.
Right.
Well, thank you. We hope to get this cleaned up properly, and again, I want to thank you. And you're watching this, so you see what goes on. Is there?
Really, they don't. Nothing. No one really comes in to like do metal detecting or sample the dirt. They just come in and go straight through to the shop and come back. But like, yeah, at night there's not. I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Yeah, because I go to work at 11, and so I'm like up and getting ready by like 10:30. So then like I'm out the door by 11, and I've never seen anyone like out on
The day the tank was taken out. Do you need to get that?
No, that's
okay.
fine.
Luis, the day the tank was taken out, where were you watching it?
I was standing right by the road right here.
Okay. So this is the intersection of Granite Way and Village Drive. Village Drive going up and up the hill, and straight off is the continuation of that road to Aptos Creek. Okay, thank you. Okay, so they moved the fence. You want to tell me what you just said, Luis?
So the fence has been moved. And you can tell because of the dirt line that's on the concrete wall that's how high the dirt used to be. Since then they have been removing like portions of the wall that's on the other side right now, and I'm not really sure whether they're pulling or pushing away the fence. But you used to be able to walk alongside the fence and the side of the wall to get to the little shopping center.
Okay. Thank you. Talking about when the tank was actually taken out. I came by around 4:30 and saw the tank off at the side, and Luis, who lives here, is saying that the tank was actually, when was it moved? The same day as it was excavated?
Yeah, the same day, but later on in the afternoon. Because the flatbed, had to be, I figured, had to be called in because they didn't have one on site. So.
Right. Okay. So it was taken, was it beginning to get dark?
Yeah, it was already like pretty late. Not like it was about to get dark,
Okay.
Give it take like probably 2 more hours till it got dark, so.
Okay. All right. That's good information. Thank you, Luis. Today is May 8th, 2016. This is Becky Steinbruner interviewing Bria Steinbruner about what she saw the day that we came by the Aptos Village construction site. What did you see, Bria?
Okay, so you can see that power pole over there. I saw a deep trench that went from a few feet where that flattened square is now. It was all uneven. There was a deep trench, and it went back to around where that pile is, but directly in front of it. And I saw stuff bubbling up and just filling the trench. And there's a foreman and another workman standing by the trench, and they were talking to each other. And then they turned off the bulldozer, and I think they began working in another spot, but definitely what you see here, because this is supposed to be, as I say, the digging site. That is not where it was.
Okay.
So.
And so the day that we drove here, I remember I was parked about here where I'm standing, talking with a resident, and you walked up a little bit further up the road to the hill, and then you came back and reported to me that you saw something coming up. And that's when I walked up and saw the liquid sort of welling up out of the ground. And I agree that it was over in this area of the site, and that there was a trench over in this area that went quite a distance, and there was an excavator and two men working there. One man had a shovel, and he was sort of moving the liquid along further into the trench near the excavator. The site's been changed a lot, quite a bit since that day, so it's peculiar, but that is what I remember seeing. And so again, this is closer to where the actual hole in the ground was. We didn't see the tank coming out. We did see the tank off over, I saw the tank off over on the other side of the concrete wall there, where there's now a fence about there. And came back the next morning and the tank was gone. What I have noticed is the pile, this small pile, that is from the most recent excavation, which you see in the orange netting, has until very recently smelled very, very strongly of diesel. And on still days, it still does smell of diesel. But the day they did the excavation, the smell of diesel was gone. This area is pretty much, the orange netting denotes where John Gerbrandt put the wooden stakes where he saw the oily sheen. He told me he saw the oily sheen on the surface after the 8 inches of rain that we received the weekend that followed the excavation. And before he was given the full information about what happened at the site and was able to come out March 9th. Just for records, I'm going to take a pan of the site. There's the VFW firehouse next to the Bayview Hotel, and there is one of 3 containers and storage containers and office buildings. Here's the large pile of soil that was some excavation from the what was said to be the tank site, but as many people have witnessed, was not the actual site that we all witnessed that day. And here's a pan of the construction trailer and a second storage container and the apple barn. So just documenting for historical purposes what the site looks on May 8th, 2016. This is Becky Steinbruner. And I'm at the site of Aptos Village Project. This is Monday morning, May 16th. It's a little after 9. I observed 2 large trucks being loaded up this morning with soil samples, and have talked with the County Environmental Health as well as Regional Water Quality Control to find out that the soil is indeed being hauled away to Santa Clara County as the diesel levels are too high to be accepted into the marina landfill. So I'm here, the trucks are gone, and I'm here observing. The smell of diesel is very, very strong. And once again, for the record, I just want to say that this is the true site of the tank where I saw liquid welling up out of the ground on March 1st, the date of the tank removal, and corresponds with the location that the young man, Luis, who lives above here, observed them actually removing the tank. So there were no soil samples taken from this area to be part of what is being removed today. Just for the record, this is the Testor office building, the VFW firehouse that was occupied by Testor Construction under red tag for over 3 years. And those big rounds are what is left of the two very large, what I think were sequoia dendron, what Wanda Williams, planning director's letter said was sequoia dendron, but the arborist report said it was a Japanese red cedar. This building was also begun to be demolished without benefit of demolition permit, but was stopped. Wow, the smell of diesel is incredible. County worker, Mr. John Hodges, told me that they feel they've gotten down to native soil in this excavation area. This is the area where the trench was that contained the liquid. It was diesel and water mix. So they are scooping up material that was probably also contaminated with diesel in the area marked by Mr. Gerbrandt from County Environmental Health. He saw the oily sheen on the surface of the soil after the 8 inches of rain that we received between the time he visited after the tank was excavated on March 1st. And here we have the trench site, approximately where the liquid was contained. And I'm noting that there's still, to my vantage point, no label on the barrel that contains an effluent sample of what was in the trench. Mr. Gerbrandt from Santa Cruz County Health told me he did supply them with labels, but unless it's on the other side of the barrel and not visible from the road, there are no labels. We don't know. Today is Tuesday, May 17th in the morning. Don Chapin Construction is preparing to begin excavating and trenching for Soquel Creek's water line that will traverse from Aptos Creek Road to this side of the new well, proposed side of the new well, at the intersection of Cathedral and Trout Gulch Road. There are 2 archaeologists on site, Anne-Marie Sayers and a woman named Marlene, that will be present at this site during the excavation, monitoring for Native American remains. The line will go where the blue flags are. It may be difficult to see, but should miss the diesel contamination site. And this is where that is. There are no trucks working here today, but the smell of diesel is very, very strong. The man told me from Don Chapin that they'll actually have to move the orange cargo container because it is in the way of the line. It is one of 3 construction trailers at the site. There's one allowed by county code. And this has been brought to the attention of Wanda Williams at County Planning, and she's checking on it. I want to also document the size of the pile over here that is uncontaminated soil. Residents did say that soil from that pile, and you can see it's uncovered, was incorporated with this pile, and samples were taken. It's now about an hour later, on May 17th, around 9:15. This is the Aptos Village Project site. And those people walking are from, 2 of them are Native American Indian observers, and the gentleman with the green vest is an archaeologist, observing any earth movement, any earth disturbance. Notice that they are at the site of the equipment. Their instructions are to be at the site, actively observing any earth disturbance, as per Anne-Marie Sayers, one of the Native American Indian observers. There are the observers at the soil site, the disturbance site, examining for evidence of Native American Indian and other historic remains or artifacts of interest. But notice they are actively observing the site. And there's a test truck leaving their storage site. I wonder what's in the wagon. To document that there was paving on Granite Creek Road at this point. Now the construction road is dirt, and there is no dust control here on this road, and residents are having a difficult time with asthma. this has been brought to the attention of both Public Works and the Santa Cruz County Planning Department, Wanda Williams, and there's no dust control. And now the trenching is beginning on Aptos Creek Road. This is the morning of May 17th, and the observers have gone down to monitor that activity as well.